It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, it's showtime. What's happening, everybody? The Geno Jones Show. Bam! Bam! You see the sign behind me. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out on the West Coast with my Lakers. I don't know. I think the NBA and the networks are like, listen, we need this to go to game 6 and 7. All right, we're not trying to like refund nobody no money back, none of these sponsors. So I'm going to need this game. I'm going to need this series to go at least 6 games, preferably 7. So I was looking at the beginning of the game, and I could tell the way the referees, the way they were blowing the whistles. I'm like, oh, okay. So the referees, they probably didn't like email them or send a memo because, you know, you don't want that electronic paper trail in case there's an investigative report. The scandal between the NBA and the networks, where the referees basically made sure that the Golden State Warriors win Game 5. So, anyway, Game 6 is in Los Angeles. Come on, LeBron, AD, let's wrap this thing up, dude. Let's wrap it up so y'all can get a little rest, right? Subscribe, share, screen grab, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. Normal start time, like I said, 6:30 p.m. My guest today, my musical guest, man, these brothers hit the scene in the late 80s and early 90s, and they hit it hard. Like a LeBron James tomahawk dunk. They hit the scene. Mamacita, Spread My Wings, All I Do. They got a brand new single, Lady in My Life. I'm going to ask them, did they redo the Michael Jackson's Lady in My Life, or they got a new Lady in My Life? I got Troop. I got my man, Brother Steve from Troop. It's going to be my guest. But right now, let's get the show started. So speaking of like entertainers and concerts and performing live, did you hear the news? Did you see the post on Instagram, the IG post that Babyface posted, like, I guess late last night, sometime early this morning? So Anita Baker and Babyface were scheduled to perform in Newark, New Jersey at the Prudential Center last night. Well, that didn't really happen. Well, let's put it this way. Anita Baker eventually performed about 2 hours and 22 minutes late, but Babyface mysteriously didn't get to perform at all. So Babyface posted an apology to his fans on his IG account. Everybody that came out to see me said, listen, I apologize to all my fans that came out to see me and my band hit the stage in New Jersey. Now, Babyface said that he was asked. He didn't say who asked him. He said that he was asked not to perform to give Anita Baker her space and time to perform her show in its entirety. He never said who asked him not to perform. And he did go on to say that he and his band were extremely saddened that they did not get to perform. Now, for those who may not be in the entertainment industry, who've been in the industry for a minute like I have, Miss Baker, who I absolutely love Anita Baker's music. I'm a fan of hers. I met Anita Baker when like that first album hit like in the mid 80s. I was in college and I had an entry-level gig at a radio station, like part-time on the air and all that in Chicago. And I remember a story way back in the day. She did like a promotional tour in Chicago, and there was a record executive. I'm not going to mention any names. But so, because I was at this event, so this is not like third party. I was there. So there was a promotion. This is when Anita Baker first out. She did a promotion with the radio station. It was WBMX, which is now V103 WVAZ, 102.7 FM in Chicago. So Anita Baker does a promotion with WBMX. And the promotion was Anita Baker came and she performed a night at this nightclub called The Taste. Like the Taste Disco, the Taste Club, the Taste Nightclub. 63rd and Low, south side of Chicago, Inglewood. So she came by and she did like what now we would call like a track date. She didn't have a band. Basically, she did like a track, her album, and she kind of, she would sing like one or two songs. So on the same night that Anita Baker did the radio station had a promotion and brought Anita Baker in, the club had male strippers that performed in another section of the club. It was a big club, the Taste. Anybody in Chicago who lived in Chicago back in the mid-late 80s, you know about the Taste Disco, the Taste nightclub. So anyway, Anita Baker does her thing, and then everybody just figured that was the end of it. Then like a couple weeks later, we started hearing stuff like Anita Baker tried to get this record exec fired. This record rep fired. It's like, what? Like, why? So the story goes, the urban legend goes that Anita Baker was upset because apparently somehow one of the male strippers wound up somewhere. I don't know if Anita Baker was just walking around the club and she kind of wound up in the back section where they were having a male review, the male dancer review, or whatever. But somehow one of the male strippers and Anita Baker kind of had an encounter, and maybe the word is, the urban legend, the story goes that one of the dancers was dancing, I guess, doing this little gyration on or near Anita Baker, and apparently Anita Baker did not like that. And she was so upset that she wanted to get the record rep fired. Now, during the same time, because I know these reps, I know them very well, very, very well. So this same record rep who Anita Baker tried to get fired had a brother that worked at another label. And I would hear these stories from them and there's other people between Anita. So Anita Baker, people remember, Luther and Anita Baker went out on tour briefly, like real brief. I don't even know if they did 10 dates. And back in the day, Luther and Anita Baker going out on tour together. Anita and Luther. Woo! Oh my God. The stories, the friction, that tour did not last because that was like oil and water. Luther and Anita, stories that Anita Baker, she didn't like going on before Luther, and when her set was supposed to end, and she would keep performing, and that it would be like beef and conflict, that Anita Baker, Luther's, I guess, limo was supposed to pull up first, but Anita Baker would have her limo pull up before Luther's. It was just crazy. But there was talking about beef, tension, friction, conflict. And I know you heard it. You can Google this and find it out. All right, it wasn't a secret. This tour did not last very long. So that's when Anita Baker began to develop a reputation in the industry. Now fast forward later, like when Maxwell hit late 90s, early 2000s, Anita Baker and Maxwell were touring for a while. But then there was some other problems, just, because Maxwell was Maxwell. And Anita Baker hadn't really released any new music at the time that Maxwell really hit the scene. Because when Maxwell first hit the scene, he hit the scene hard from his debut album, Bam, Till the Cows Come Knocking, Urban Hang Suite, all of those albums. And women, it was like, Maxwell was like the modern day Marvin Gaye. My mama I never saw my mama go groupie except for one dude, that was Marvin Gaye. But Maxwell was like a close second. So Maxwell, women were going crazy, obvious. But it was some tension between Maxwell and Anita Baker, and that tour didn't last. So here we are now, Babyface and Anita Baker, and it's unfortunate. A lot of folks on social media, even Stephanie Mills, said it was really unfortunate that stuff like that happened, and that, you know, that we as old, I'm paraphrasing her, she posted on Instagram, on Babyface's, on his page, on his account, that we as older artists, listen, we should be grateful that fans still are willing to pay money to see us perform, and we're not kids anymore. And basically, we got to be better. You know, and she did it in a real nice, classy way. You know, she didn't like slander Anita, but just said, come on, we got to do it. And then she said, hey, Babyface, I'll go out on tour with you. Let's go out on tour together. And everybody was like, yes, Babyface and Stephanie Mills, sign me up. I'll be your MC. Call me, holler at me. Babyface and Stephanie and Babyface, I love it. So that has been the buzz on social media. It's like, and Babyface was very polite. He didn't take a shot at Anita Baker. Very respectful. He just said he was asked. He didn't even say who asked him not to perform so Anita Baker could have her space and perform her entire show, and perform her show in its entirety. So shout out to Babyface. And man, Anita, I love you, Anita, but come on. We got to be better. Man. Really? I mean, this stuff been going on. But hey, you know what? You got to be who you are. Be true to yourself. So, hey, look, if that's Anita, anybody else thinking about going out with Anita, now you know. Now, because they were supposed, I heard all kind of stories where there was issues with the sound and technical difficulties. But I trust Babyface. I met Babyface several times. Babyface is really a humble dude. Not confrontational at all. Really, like, no ego. And it's rare that somebody that iconic as a performer and a songwriter and producer is that egoless. Face just has always just been a really shy, humble dude. Good dude. So, come on, Anita, really. Stop it. Be better. So much for that. All right. Happy birthday, Cam Newton. 34 today, former NFL MVP. He was a star with the Carolina Panthers. Coi LeRay got the hit song, Girls is Players Too. Miss Coi LeRay on fire. She got radio, not just like black urban radio, like pop radio on fire. Coi LeRay, 26 today. Happy 90th birthday to the minister, Louis Farrakhan. Happy birthday to you. I got somebody else jumping in there. All right, there. We about to get this thing jumped off. So happy birthday to Minister Louis Farrakhan. 90 today. The man that killed Jordan Neely. Jordan Neely was a 30-year-old black man, a homeless black man, who was known for like performing like a subway performer in New York City. He really did this. He had this Michael Jackson routine, and he killed it. He was killed by a white. Well, because I got a cousin. My first cousin is a retired Marine, not a former. He said Marines are never former or ex. Once a Marine, always a Marine. So I guess you could say retired Marine, no longer active duty Marine. A guy named white dude named Daniel Perry was among 3 other white guys that subdued. Daniel Perry put Jordan Neely in a chokehold and he killed him. Well, Daniel Perry today was charged with second-degree manslaughter. So accountability. Yes, we would like justice for Jordan Neely, but justice would mean that Jordan Neely was still alive. So we can't really get real justice, but hopefully we can get accountability because it didn't have to happen. I've seen enough of the video, and then you had Jordan Neely in a chokehold for 15 minutes. Listen, you can't have somebody in a chokehold for 15 minutes and not feel their body go limp. And for some reason you don't let go. Well, the jury will take that up. I just wanted to pass that on because that information just came across within the last couple hours. So, and of course, last night, I told you all last night, the MAGA-Light cable channel, formerly known as CNN, had its CNN Klan rally last night featuring Orange Hitler. And Orange Hitler was to kind of paraphrase Denny Green, former coach, the late Denny Green, former head coach for the Minnesota Vikings, and he was actually a head coach at the Arizona Cardinals at the time. Paraphrasing his quote, they were talking about the Chicago Bears. They were who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. So he was who we thought he was, and they still gave him over almost 2 hours of free airtime. So I digress. Time for me to bring on my guest. I'm amped. I'm excited. I've been talking about this since last week. My guest hit the scene in the late 80s, early 90s. Late 80s with their first hit, Mamacita. I remember that first came, man, that was a joint. And then they followed up with that with, oh my God, Spread My Wings. And then the Baby Maker, the male performance enhancing song, doesn't need no blue pill or no red pill. When you popped on, All I Do Is Think of You. And now they got a brand new single called Lady in My Life. I don't know if it's like a new version, if it's a redo or like what Michael Jackson did, or they done got a whole new version of Lady in My Life, but there you go. Brother Steve, Brother Harold, Troop on in the house. What's happening, fellas?
How you doing? How you doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
Hey, man, look, I appreciate it. Brother Steve, I know you traveling,
Watch your screen, Jay.
Yeah, I know you traveling. I appreciate you. And my man, I appreciate both of you all. Thank you for joining me. First of all, I gotta ask you all this because it's relevant. So I'm not gonna ask y'all to name any names, but you can. Hey, what is like the craziest experience that you all had, either opening up or having like somebody like a opening or feature act for you all while you were touring? I know you all still tour now. Do you have any similar Babyface and Anita Baker or Anita Baker and Luther or Anita Baker and Maxwell stories that you all encounter with some other artists, out there on the scene?
Yeah, when we toured with Hammer wouldn't let us get all the speakers or the lights.
What?
We could only get half the speakers and only the front lights. We couldn't get any smoke, anything.
Oh, no lights.
But we still was
none
awesome.
of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, man, I love it. Hey, listen, as my grandmother would say, tell the truth, shame the devil. You got to, name names. It is what it is. Wow.
The things that we did on stage, that was our smoke, that was our fog, and that was our lights and everything what we exemplified on stage, all of our choreography. I mean, everything that we did on stage, that was actually Troop's lights. That was our fog. That was everything that was about Troop.
Wow. Well, man. Well, listen, I'm excited. I can't wait to see this new video because your team told me that you guys are working on a new video. So let's talk about this new song first, and then we can go back to the old school. So, Lady of My Life, right?
Yeah.
So
yes.
Did y'all like redo Michael Jackson's Lady in My Life, or is this like
yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that. I already know what's going down with that one. So what I'm sure there's a story behind that. What was the story, the inspiration for you all redoing that one?
Well, I felt like just as a producer doing something new on Troop, it would be cool since we already have such a good reputation in doing remakes. We should do something that this time that people love. Yes. Beat down doors for people to like something that people already love, and just hopefully we perform it and respect it well enough where people receive it, And we did just that, man. And the single and video is out and available right now as well.
Oh, okay. Well, definitely, everybody. We got to go download that right now. So, were you able to get any feedback from anybody in Mike's family? I mean, Mama Catherine just had a birthday, or maybe one of the brothers, or somebody, Janet, or somebody just gave y'all some feedback.
No, I haven't heard it. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
yeah.
it's just not being released and promoted at radio right now, so it's just starting. So I'm sure we're gonna hear something.
Well, great. Well, as soon as you all get you have a permanent home here on this show. So as soon as y'all get the video, it's immediately going into rotation. So tell us about the album that is on, man.
Well, we're actually still recording the album right now. The album's not finished. We're like 6 songs in. We got another 6 songs to go or so. But it's the lead off single of the project. But we're real excited. People are going to be surprised. It's going to be a really good album.
Oh, well, listen, I mean, they shouldn't be surprised. I mean, all they got to do is go back and play, like I said, Mama Cedar, All I Do is Spread My Wings, so they shouldn't be surprised at all. So you guys had a title for the album yet?
Yeah, it's called Back to Life.
Back to Life. What was the inspiration for that title?
Just, we lost a member. Well, Reggie transitioned over a year ago, and we all were bummed out for some years. And, we just decided to represent it in a different way with different energy. So,
respect. I always say, like, when our people, our loved ones transition, they are among the ancestors. And as long as we mention their name, long as we keep acknowledging them and saying their name, that their spirit remains with us. So let's go ahead and put the respect and shout them out.
Yeah. We actually call that we actually call that keeping the legacy alive.
Yes. Good deal. All right. Well, man, let's talk about the longevity, man. It's just, God, I know you guys have seen so many folks come and go since you all hit the scene, late 80s, early 90s, and it can be a challenge, to be relevant. So what's been the key to you all's success?
I think for me, just being a songwriter, keeping my ear to the street and just, keeping fresh creatively is a part of it. And we have a wonderful relationship. We've survived a lot of tough times together. We've been through a lot, and we've survived all of those times. And it just built the relationship and made us stronger, made the respect stronger and better. So our relationship is great. So that's really the longevity amongst us all, is that we respect each other.
And that's good, because I was really going to kind of follow up, but you answered the follow-up because, like you pointed out, a lot of times, because people are human and we all different, and you get egos involved, and you get friends and crews and family, and folks get into other folks' ear, and then you get the jealousy and resentment, and then money gets involved. It can get real messy real fast. But like you guys said, have survived all of that. So that's got to be real exciting.
It's really cool because it's like we figured it all out. For one, we've always loved each other. We love our fans, and we love to perform in front of our fans, going out to a packed house and just letting them see what we've been doing all of these years. And that, so when they see us now, the love and it's just so respected by our fans, and it goes both ways. So we're loving and we're respecting our fans, and our fans are loving us and respecting us as well.
And I know you guys, which we was all young, like 30 plus years ago, early 90s, late 80s. But how did you guys get together? I know you guys are from Pasadena. How did you guys, form the group? What's the story behind that?
Well, Rodney's mom, she had a dream of her son being on stage, with 4 of his friends.
Okay.
The television show that they went on was a show called Putting on the Hits. And they won. Yeah, they did a new edition song, Cool It Now, and they won $1,000. And a producer had called the show and wanted to know if the guys could really sing. So the guys that were with Rodney and Reggie at the time weren't a part of the group at that time. So they got us, myself, Steve, and Alan. We auditioned for the producer. They put us in, the producer, his name was Greg Perret. He put us in contact with David Cook and Steve Cohen. They had a production company called Platinum Gold Productions. Greg had turned us on to them. They got us to deal with Atlantic Records.
Right. So
And
did you
that's pretty
guys,
much how everything came
John?
about.
John, did you guys like back in the day when like Mama Cita first hit? And one of the cool things, because I remember, man, I was like, as a matter of fact,
Yeah.
when all that hit, I was actually doing a morning show out in Los Angeles. But did you guys at KJLH? You know, when Cliff Winston,
Yeah.
rest in soul, left and went to the beat way back in the early '90s.
Yeah.
I was out there doing mornings for a year out of Stevie Wonder station. Shout out to Andre
Yeah.
Russell, who's still working there. And shout out to
Yes,
Stevie.
sir. As a matter of fact, I'm in the choir. It's called Radio Free Voices for 102.3 KGLH.
Oh, cool.
Tracy Brown, who's been working for KGLH for a lot of years.
Yeah.
She wanted to go ahead and do something different, and she put together a choir, and she called me about it and called the director. His name is Ty Snow, and wanted to know if he would be a perfect fit to direct the choir. I said, if you get Ty to direct the choir, you'll probably go ahead and get me as a choir member. She was like, oh, okay, I got it. She said, oh yeah. She said, I gotta have you in the choir. So yeah,
I love it.
We have a lot
you
of
know,
fun. We have a lot of fun.
You know Andre, that's my family, man. We like
Yeah.
Andre Russell, that's my family, man. That's my good dude.
That's my guy.
My brother by another mother. He's just really a good dude. Shout out Dre. You gonna get a copy of this show. I'm always emailing them or sending them or tagging them a copy of the show. So
okay,
and the Lakers ain't playing tonight, Dre. So you ain't got no excuse. You go watch the
Wow.
I'm a Lakers fan. Hey, come on, I'm diehard. I'm Kareem.
Come on,
Magic.
you gotta be.
That's how far
come
back
on,
I
that's
go.
right.
I'm from Chicago.
That's
I'm born
right.
and raised in Chicago, and I love Mike and Scotty when they had their run. But that first championship, I was torn because, like I said, I had always been from Kareem and Magic and Worthy and when Norm
Worthy
Nixon
and
was
Cooper,
there,
yeah,
and
Norm
Cooper
Nixon,
and McAdoo and Sir Jamal Wilkes, and then Byron Scott came. Come on, come on now. I'm right. I'm purple and gold all day, boy.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
That's right.
Absolutely. But what I was saying, to go from like I remember when Mama Cita first hit, and then Spread My Wings, and then All I Do is Think of You, because that, like I said, that All I Do, that was put that one on at 2 a.m. It's like, yo, baby, I want you to hear this. Put this on. That was it. Like I said, you ain't need, even though they didn't have it back in the day, you didn't need no male enhancement. That's your male enhancement pill. Put that All I Do is
That was it. That was it. Something was if you was in the vicinity of a woman and that song came on, something was going down.
Yes, come on now. Come on,
something
Jay.
was happening.
Tell it, talk about it. Even though my mama watching, tell the truth, shame the devil.
Oh man.
But,
I'm not gonna really say a name, but I remember meeting this basketball player. I'll say where he played from. He played at Sacramento. He played for Sacramento Kings, and I seen him in LA for All-Star Weekend. And when he saw me, he just grabbed my neck and took me around in this back room, and he said, "Man, let me tell you something. Just on the piano intro, when that happened, I had a time. Just on the piano intro." So I was like, "Whoa!" He was like, "Man, thank you." So yeah.
Yes, man. You know, it's a bunch of us need to thank you for that one. That one especially. Mama Cita was the party joint, and Spread My Wings was like the mid-tempo joint. But like that, all I did, that was So you would play Mama Cita first. Y'all get your party, your dance on, and then like Spread My Wings. You could kind of chill a little bit. I don't drink, but you could go ahead and pour a little glass of champagne for it, and then after that, then you put on All I Do, and that was a wrap there. See, that was a sequence. We gonna party first. Yeah. We gonna chill. Then we gonna All I Do.
Yeah. And nobody knew it was a Jackson remake. Nobody.
No,
exactly.
Really?
Nobody knew that. No, nobody knew that.
I didn't know that. All this really.
A lot of people did. Yeah. Even Donnie Simpson, he didn't know that it was a Jackson 5. A lot of people did not know that was a Jackson 5 song.
So wait a minute, was it Jackson 5, not the Jacksons? Like what album? When was that?
Yeah, Moving Violation. Last album from the last album from Motown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That is an amazing story, man. So we talked about how Hammer pulled an Anita Baker on you all. Who is the coolest person or group that you all toured with? And two-part question. And two, if there's one living or not among the ancestors that you all didn't get a chance to tour with, that you would love to tour with today, who would it be?
Take it, Steve.
Well, we've yet to tour with New Edition.
Oh yes,
Right, yeah.
Well,
That would be
aren't
the
they about to?
greatest.
Aren't they gonna do a little Vegas residency thing for a minute?
That's what's being talked about right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
It's being talked about.
Yeah, that would be. As a matter of fact, I would. That would be a great bill, because like when you all hit late '80s, early '90s, New Edition was really making that transition, but they was hot because you had New Edition, Any Heartbreak, then you had BBD. That whole it was so.
Right.
Oh yeah, that would be yes. That would be be the lick. So give us the name of the new album, the single. Let everybody know where they can go download your music and follow you guys on social media.
Okay, the new single is Lady in My Life. It is out right now. Music video, everything is out.
Oh wait, the video is out?
The video is out now. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
The video is out.
Oh, well, y'all got to send me that. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought your team would tell me that you all were finishing up the video, so I guess it's finished. Okay. Well, definitely, as soon as you send me the video, as a matter of fact, at the end of the show, have your team send me that MP4. It'll be in rotation tomorrow on Friday's show. Absolutely.
Will do.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir, will do. But everything is out, and then you can go ahead and go to all of the Steve, where are you at, bro? Are you still around, or are they closing the doors for you to leave? Because you got most of that info, bro. What's going on? Where you at, bro?
I can see him. I don't know if he can hear you. Yeah, I think it looks like he might be waiting to board the plane. You know how you get standing, you're standing in line. But what can they follow you guys on social media? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook?
Go to Instagram. Just look up R&B Group Troop on Instagram. Okay. You can look at on Facebook and all that, and everything will pop up like We Love Troop, all in capital letters.
Okay.
Quotation marks, 3 quotation marks at the end of that. Then you can look me up, John's solo project finally on Facebook, Team John.
Okay.
You can email me at JONJOHN of troop at yahoo.com.
Well, listen.
And
go ahead. There he is.
You can follow me on Instagram at Steven_wrote_it. You can follow me on Facebook at Steven Russell Hearts. The single is available now. The video is available. I also have 3 projects on Tubi streaming right now. We have 2 Troop documentaries, one of Tales of the Boy Band and 5 of a Kind, the story of Troop. Okay. And an 8-episode series called Day Ones that's all on Tubi right now. So please check that out.
Oh, we absolutely got to check that out on Tubi. All right, we got to definitely check that out. Absolutely. Well, listen, Steve and John, y'all got a permanent home on this show. I appreciate you all, man. I appreciate, the memories and because my mom was watching, so I can't put all my business out there, but the memories.
Thank you for...
And hey, John, the memories.
Yes, sir.
Like whoever the brother that played in Sacramento back in the day. The memories. Thank y'all for that.
Yes, I'm not gonna put Chris.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put my man C-Dub out there.
That's my guy, Chris. I worked in I left LA and I wound up working in Detroit in the mid '90s for 3 years, doing mornings in Detroit at Mix 92.3. But I was a huge Fab 5 fan, so I ain't mad to see Doug.
Yeah.
Oh, that might have been what's old girl that's on the Real Housewives, because I know they were item for a minute.
Oh,
Miss Foreman, I'm Kenya. Yeah.
Kenya,
Yeah.
yeah.
That might have been. Yeah, that might have been. Yeah,
Could
I'm
have
with you.
been.
So listen, go download all their music. Follow on social media. Download the single, the album, the video. I will be playing the video tomorrow because I know they're gonna have their team send me that video ASAP, and it's gonna be. We're gonna open the show and we're gonna close the show with the brand new video, "Lady in My Life." Before you get out here, because Steve, I know you got to get on the plane, and Brother John, I know you got stuff to do. Are you guys going on tour? You got spot dates? Or are you going on a tour with someone else?
Well, we're spot dating right now. Like every weekend, every other weekend, we're out. We just did 10,000 in Oklahoma last weekend, so we've been killing it, man. You know, the fans are still super receptive. They love the new single. So yeah, we're doing spot dates right now. We're putting packages together with a couple other artists right now that's in the works. So we coming to a city near you soon.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I hope you all come down to Charleston, South Carolina, because they would love to have you here. I'm not a promoter, but if I was, I'd definitely bring y'all here. So promoters, y'all need to make this move and make this happen. John, Steve, Troop, man, I appreciate you, brothers. I really do. Like you can tell, been a fan of you all's music, and I just love to see you guys is still relevant. That's an inspiration for me. Still relevant in the game. You know, we have to evolve with everything else. And I sound like I hear that flight attendant or one of them airline workers calling, probably telling Steve, you need to get on this plane. So I'm going to let you all run. Thank you, Steve, John, True. God bless you all, man. May God continue to bless and have favor on you, your families, your career, and if your moms or your grandmoms are still living, happy Mother's Day. So hope to see you guys back here soon. But definitely, give me that video. That's going to be featured on my show tomorrow, and I'm just going to run it until I can't run it no more.
Thank you so much for having
Geno.
us.
I appreciate you. And
Thank you.
And tell your team to tell YouTube, don't be talking about this copywritten material. They sending me their video, YouTube. I know y'all can be. Don't be tripping. All right, thanks, guys. Have a safe travel.
All right,
Steve, have a safe flight. Brother John, have a safe drive. Look like you in the car. Appreciate both of you all, man.
Yeah, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you too, my man.
Thanks. All right.
Love you, Jake.
Man,
Love you too, bro.
that's so cool. I appreciate it. All right, let me hit this button real quick. I just do that. Thanks to Steve and John with True. That was fun, wasn't it? Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and you, and you, and you, and especially you. And God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. Live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out in Los Angeles or on the West Coast. Subscribe, share, binge watch, or subscribe, share, screen grab, like, and binge watch all my back episodes, including this one. Screen grab it, put it on, screen grab some of it, my conversation with the guys from Truth. Let's make it go viral. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be Friday, my Weekend Review Friday show, 6:30 p.m. Friday. The Lakers, Game 6 in Los Angeles. Going to have a lot to talk about everything that's happened this week. I do believe my guest, who I know is watching me right now, as a matter of fact, I see him part of the conversation with my number one fan, Mary Dixon, a.k.a. my mother. I gotta definitely do something very special tomorrow for Mother's Day. I'm not going to tell you what it is because since my mother's watching, I want it to be somewhat of a surprise. But tune in. That'll be a special Mother's Day, pre-Mother's Day celebration. And thank you tribute to my mom on tomorrow's show, along with Weekend Review and playing that brand new Troop video. Shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check him out on Instagram, Kel B Cutting Up. He's the CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina Metro, KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones is the official wardrobe consultant and stylist. I like to call her, bam, the drip director. You can check her out on Instagram, on IG. It's LX.NCL. Underscore is that little dash below. LX.NCL. underscores that dash below. And Bruce Gage, also wardrobe consultant and stylist to the Geno Jones Show. Check him out. The Mario Uomo collection, the Fly Ball collection. Check it out on Instagram. It is fire. Miglio di Mario Uomo. That's an Italian name. Miglio-Mario-Uomo. Miglio-Mario-Uomo. I want to thank everybody for watching. Once again, I want to thank Steve and John from Troop. Go back, if you missed some of the conversation, go back and watch it. It was I didn't know that about Hammer. They said, man, Hammer pulled an Anita Baker on him and wouldn't let him use the fog machine and some of the lights. Wow, this industry is crazy. I love it, but I could write a book because I got some hell of the stories. Trust me, I really, really do. I might have to change the names to protect the guilty, let alone the innocent. The names are changed to protect the guilty, including myself. All right, everybody. Until Friday, 6:30 p.m. live, go back and binge watch this and every back episode. Binge watch them all. Share them. Copy and paste the link, the email link, everything. Make it go viral. Till Friday, 6:30 p.m. live. Hope you enjoyed binge watching my back episodes all this weekend. Period. Be blessed. Pray for peace. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.